Hi everybody, my name is Jen Wood and I'm a nutritionist in Southern California. I live in Murrieta, California, and I thought I would do a quick video to show you how to properly apply your Somaderm gel. So I get questions all the time because there are different messages out there about how to use the Somaderm. And it actually does explain it on the bottle, but I'm going to just give you a quick video and tell you how I use it. So the first thing is, how often should you use this? So ideally you want to use this 2 to 3 times a day. So every 4 to 6 hours. So for instance, you could start at 6 a.m. and then go again at noon and then again at 4. That would be 3 times a day. And you'll also know that the dosing, you're going to hear terminology like pea size, or a blueberry size, or 2 pea sizes and 2 blueberry sizes, or even a grape size pump. So I'm going to actually show you what I use. And for me, I like to use a blueberry size pump. I use it 2 to 3 times a day, and I use that 5 days on, 2 days off. So I use it Monday through Friday, 2 days on, or excuse me, 5 days on, 2 days off. And the reason you want those 2 days off is because we want our pituitary to start missing the hormone. And as it's missing, it's going to stimulate our own hormone to start creating more human growth hormone. And that's ultimately what we want. And that's how, when we get our lab results, we go in and we have our blood drawn. When a lot of folks are starting this out, they get their blood drawn and they have like a baseline number, and they call it the IGF-1 number. And that's the level of human growth hormone. And then they have that retested 3 to 6 months later, and they see that number go up. And that's because this is stimulating our pituitary to start creating more human growth hormone. And that's essentially what reverses the aging process. So I'm going to also give you a little tip from Alexi. And Alexi said a way to get better absorption is to kind of irritate the skin a little bit. So I always put it on, you want to go to a veiny area of our skin. You know, as we're getting older, our skin is thinner, and you can see like on my hands, they're very veiny. So the top of my hands would work, the inside of my wrist where you see veins, the backs of your knees can go right on top of varicose veins. It can go, you can put it on the tops of your feet. We just don't want to put it on our palms of our hands or in our mouth. We want to put it on that thin part of our skin. And whether or not you change locations, it's up to you. But I do know that if, for instance, let's say you have like a shoulder injury, or you have like bad joints in your shoulders or your hands, you want to go to that location. So your underarm, for instance, you could, if you had a shoulder injury, I would put the gel near my shoulder injury. If my hands, I had issues with my hands, I would pump it right on top of my hands. So here's how it goes. We'll go ahead and, this is where I put it. I'm going to kind of irritate my skin a little bit, kind of scratch it up a little. And then I'm going to put a blueberry size. It's about a blueberry size. You see that? Pump. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to rub that in. And rubbing this in, it takes, and I put it on the tops of my hands, it takes like 2 to 3 minutes. So you want to just take your time and rub this in. And what I do is I keep this right next to my toothbrush. My husband got me an electric toothbrush that stands right next to it. So that way I remember to use it when I brush my teeth. And then in the middle of the day, that's kind of my bonus time, because I do like to use it about 3 times a day. And then remember, you want to go 5 days on and 2 days off. Now, for some of you guys, if you were to use more than what I did, you just kind of have to see how you feel. It has a lot to do with our genetics, our activity level, how healthy we are right now when we're starting the gel. So if you feel like you're a little more out of shape or that you need a little bit more boost, feel free to do more of a grape size or 2 blueberry size pumps. That would be considered loading, and they encourage you to do that the first month of having this, just so you can really load up on that. There's no way you're gonna overdose on this, so it's not gonna hurt, but you may notice that maybe you get more energy, or you're realizing that, shoot, I've got a little too much energy. I don't want to load maybe so close to bedtime. So you're going to kind of figure that out along the way. And yeah, so I think that's about all I wanted to cover on this. But I am just such a fan, and most of you guys know how much this has helped me in my life. I've been on it now for 5 months. And as I continue to use it, I continue to notice more and more benefits. So I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and have a blessed day.